So here's the deal with NotebookLM. 1 million token context, free indexing, instant podcasts. It's the best research tool of 2026. But your data goes in and never comes out, and it can't do math. We kept hitting those two walls on real projects. So one weekend, we sat down and fixed it. Connected NotebookLM to Claude Code, freed the data, shipped a live app. Now it runs every day. Look, NotebookLM predicts answers. It doesn't compute them. Ask it to sum a column or calculate a growth rate, and it'll give you something that looks right and isn't. Plus, nothing leaves the building. No API, no download button. Here's the head-to-head: bulk ingestion, computation, export, cross-notebook search, shipping a real app. All of it broken in NotebookLM alone. All of it fixed once Claude Code sits in front. The fix is obvious once you see it. Put something in front of NotebookLM that can do the math and own the export. That something is Claude Code. Here's the 5-step pipeline we actually use. 2 open source projects crack this open. First one is Please Prompto's NotebookLM skill. It drives the NotebookLM web UI through browser automation, persistent login, library management, citations, all routed through Gemini. Second option, Tinglin's NotebookLM Pi. It's a Python CLI plus a skill. Exposes features the UI doesn't even show. We use Please Prompto day-to-day and NotebookLM Pi for batch scripts. Either one works. Install is dead simple. Drop the skill folder into ~/.claude/skills. Run the connect command. A Chromium window pops up. You sign into Google, like normal. Session gets cached. No API keys. No OAuth rotation. Smoke test it. Ask Claude Code. Quote, list the last 3 notebooks I created. If you get titles back, you're wired up. If not, rerun connect and watch for the browser pop up. Sometimes it hides on Windows. Here's where it gets good. Instead of clicking add source 40 times, you just describe it. Last 10 videos from this channel, 12 months from that one, 20 articles on hooks. Claude Code does the clicks. 45 minutes becomes 2. And here's the twist. Claude Code already knows you, your claude.md file, your other projects, prior conversations. So it makes way smarter choices about what to include than any blind API call ever could. Quick side note, the YouTube to NotebookLM Chrome extension is a nice backup. One video, one click, straight from the toolbar. Use it when you find something on the fly. Claude Code handles the bulk stuff. Okay, so text is half the picture. The other half, analytics, finances, product metrics, ad spend, raw numbers, and NotebookLM just can't reason about them. Even if you upload the CSV, Claude Code can. So we feed it the data directly. For our YouTube build, the data layer is the YouTube Data API version 3. 1 prompt. Pull views, likes, shares, subscribers gained. Compute like-to-view ratios, rolling growth rates. Drop it all in a CSV. Done. This is when it stops feeling like a chatbot trick. Ask which videos overperformed on retention, and what do the top 3 have in common in terms of hook style. Numbers come from the CSV. Themes come from the notebook. Claude Code joins them. Close the loop with a one-liner. Turn this whole thing into a reusable skill. Claude Code saves it into your skills folder, and every future session picks it up. No repasting keys, ever. Time to export. One prompt downloads every transcript from the notebook into a local folder. Super important. Use the -O full flag. Without it, exports get truncated to like a third. Always spot check the first file. Transcripts on disk? Good. Now push them into Pinecone. Free account. Generate a key. That's your vector store. It's what makes your research searchable when your laptop's off and someone else is asking the questions. Easiest path? The PipeDream MCP connector. Point it at Pinecone, paste your key. Done. Then tell Claude Code, upsert every transcript into an index. Chunk at 1,000 tokens. Store the title and URL as metadata. Watch the count climb. Here's the split. Pinecone for text. Supabase for numbers. YouTube metrics don't want vector search. They want exact filters and aggregations. Text half goes to Pinecone, numeric half to Supabase. Together, they rebuild a complete backend. Real numbers from the build. Chunking to Pinecone gives you about 50 times token savings versus stuffing raw transcripts into context. That's the common figure across community reports. Pays for itself fast. The terminal works for you. It doesn't work for your team. So we wrap it in an app. Lovable for the UI. Describe a 2-column chat interface with a notes panel, ideas panel. About a minute of typing, you get a deployable React app. Want a specific look? Drop in a dribble screenshot as a reference. Lovable nails design, but keep it shallow. Tell it explicitly not to wire Supabase or Pinecone. Those come later from Claude Code, where tokens are cheaper. One click syncs Lovable to GitHub. Clone it locally. Now, Claude Code takes over. It opens the project on localhost, wires up 2 tools. One hits Supabase for numbers, one hits Pinecone for semantic. OpenRouter routes the model calls. 2 OpenRouter tips that save you money. First, set a hard budget on the key. We default to $10 a month per project. Plenty. Second, set expiry to 1 year, never infinite. If you lose the key, damage is bounded. For routing, Claude Code 4.6 hits the sweet spot. Quality and price dialed in. Drop to Haiku 4.5 for simple retrievals. Opus, honestly, rarely worth it for this workload. Ship it. Hit publish in Lovable, or push the repo to Versal if you want more control. Either one gets you a shareable URL. The whole pipeline. Notebook to Skill to Pinecone and Supabase to Lovable to OpenRouter to Live App. Cost reality check. Running Sonnet 4.6 on a small volume of chat queries, usually under $5 a month for a personal dashboard. Set that budget cap and you literally cannot be surprised. First time through, it's a weekend. After that, a few hours, because every skill you built in steps 1 through 4 is reusable. That's the real unlock. You're not rebuilding, you're composing. Common question. Does NotebookLM have a public API? Not for consumer accounts. Google reserves that for enterprise. So community skills drive the web UI directly. That's how Claude Code sneaks in. Yes, it'll break sometimes. Google ships a UI change, a selector breaks. That's the trade-off for having any programmatic access at all. Good news, both projects patch fast when it happens. Bottom line, NotebookLM is a great librarian. Claude Code is a great analyst. Put them on the same desk and you get something neither one could make alone. A research system that ingests at volume, computes real answers, and ships as a product. 2 hard-won lessons. 1. Audit the first transcript you export. The -O flag matters more than you'd expect. 2. Don't let Lovable wire the integrations. Let it design. Hand the hardening to Claude Code. Cheaper tokens, longer context. That's the build. Every prompt, every skill install, every step is on PopularAiTools.ai. Link in the description. Subscribe if you want more of these. Now go build yours.